it's a bit tough, taking a loss in the semi-final with all hopes of playing at the Rugby World Cup. They are dashed. Algeria lost against Namibia, Kenya losing against Zimbabwe. How do you bounce back from such a game,
Again, I mentioned it before. A place at the podium up for grabs, a place to be part of the end of tournament festivities, because they will award the bronze medalists first, and that's what you have to play for. If it's on the rankings, it is finishing the tournament on a high and placing yourself again in good stead for the upcoming tournaments. You'd want to finish as high up as possible, knowing that number 4 will play number 5, and the number 5 options are not exactly a tasty option to have.
If it is number 4 or 5 is Cote d'Ivoire, is Senegal or Morocco. Number 6 or 7, so number 3 will play whoever finishes number 6.
Yes.
So number 6
is, you understand.
So the one who finishes rather number 5 or 6 will be Morocco or Senegal.
Yeah.
The one who wins that game is a very tough team to play against.
Correct. Whenever the tournament comes up.
So you want to finish number 3 so that you play against the one who finishes number 6.
Correct.
So at this point then, I'm asking myself, who is best placed to recover, given how the semi-finals went?
I would go for Algeria.
Why?
Because now, coming into this, you've played Namibia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is perhaps one of the strongest teams in this tournament. Perhaps even the winner that we expect. So Algeria has played that rugby, like they've gone through it all, they've faced it. They came into the second half and did not register any points. What more do you need to be more angry than that? Then take that anger to your next opponent. So I believe Algeria will recover best.
They'll recover best?
Yes.
Fair enough. For me, this bronze medal match is for us to enjoy.
Right?
It's for us to enjoy. But I think one of the things that I'm most interested in is seeing, because this is going to be a repeat of last year's semi-final. Remember, Algeria shocked Kenya in the semi-final last year. So there's a bit of bragging rights in 2 ways. One, on Algeria's side, it wasn't a fluke. We did it last year. We can do it again this year. On Kenya's side, hey, we are still the big boys. We are still the team. In as much as we're not reaching the final, we've not gone to the World Cup. The teams that are above us have been there before. We are the next team in the line. So don't jump the queue. So I'm thinking that's going to be a contest of, I don't want to call them egos, but I want to call them status quos. You're still a lower state than us. Probably Kenya saying that, and Algeria saying we have come to the table and we're here to compete. I look at this match and I'm thinking, given how Algeria played against Namibia and how Kenya played against Zimbabwe, Kenya were a more measured team. The odds were heavily stacked against them against Zimbabwe, but even until the 79th minute, 50 seconds, they were still fighting and still scoring points, unlike Algeria against Namibia.
Yeah, I think the way Kenya ended that game is so encouraging, because they basically had the last 10 or so points in that game, and they were on the ascendancy at that point and they ran out of time. So it is but then also you have to consider the fact that Kenya has gone through 2 very, very energy sapping games against the Uganda Rugby Cranes and then against the Zimbabwe Sables, who they play the same style as opposed to Algeria, who has had very varying styles of the opponents that they have had. So Kenya has gone through 2 energy sapping games, and I don't know how much they have left in the tank, honestly, because I bring that kind of intensity for three straight games,
yes.
I think is going to take a lot. It has taken a lot out of them. But the way they finished their semi-final gives them hope that we can actually sustain, and our S&C possibly is good enough for us to push through.
If you're looking at all the players that we've mentioned for Algeria are in the backs, and we know this is going to be a forwards-dominated game. How do these backs now begin to slot into those places to maybe get opportunities to hurt against Kenya?
They have a good passing game. So if you're in that situation whereby you're beaten by Kenya's pack, now whenever you're in possession of the ball, how do you now throw out these big boys? Kenya also has that big boy at number 12.
Walter Okoth.
Okoth. That is one big player. That's one also to avoid. So in terms of possession, just like go out wide, avoid the middle pack for Kenya. Try as much as possible to keep in that ball, but then also try to use your forwards to lure off the bigger Kenyan guys so that you have more space now to play. Alternatively, also go for the kicks. Make the big boys run.
You mentioned it, and I remember we had Ian Munyani trying the kicks.
Yeah.
And it has been a story of the number 12s kicking. Alexis Krenu has been kicking very beautifully in that number 12 position. And you have Hugo Verdu in the pocket, and then that is where Alexis Krenu shapes up properly and delivers those cross kicks you wouldn't expect.
Right. Yeah, I think their kicking game, like we said, I think they're going to find again formidable back three in Kenya, and the kicks will only be as good as their chase. The Algeria chase, good, not as pristine as Morocco's. I believe they are big. They have two big boys. The number 8, I just checked his
Rain Barker, yeah.
Very, very strong ball
And he
carrier.
also throws at the front row.
Yeah, and then their number 5, Mehdi Slamani. I just checking those two names. Those two, I think, they are go-to people, and they have a way of breaking the lines as they come short. A lot of pace, and Algeria also hasn't had as much of ball handling issues as the rest have. So I believe they are very, very good with ball in hand. So that's where Kenya really has to look.